So with multiplication of radicals, all you really have to do is multiply. But you need to know what to multiply. So we start with 2 square root of 3 times 6 square root of 2. So each number is its own kind for each of these radicals. So we're going to multiply 2 times 6, and then the numbers inside the radical are their own kind. And over here, we're going to keep them inside the radical, and we're going to say 2 times 3. And now all we do is multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. We check to be sure that our radical is already simplified. No perfect square is divisible by 6, so it's simplified. And we get 12 square root of 6. Question so far? Okay, let's do the next example. We have 3 times the square root of 6 times 4 square root of 2. So again, we look at the numbers or the coefficients of the radical, 3 and 4. We're going to multiply those together. And then we're going to get the numbers inside the radical, 6 times 2, and multiply those together. And we get 12 times square root of 12. Now, if we look at this number inside the radical, that number is divisible by a perfect square. What perfect square is 12 divisible by? So we can only look at 2, right? Is it divisible by 9? Is it divisible by 4? It's divisible by 4. So we're going to bring this 12 down. We're going to break this radical into the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. Bring this 12 down again. Square root of 4 is 2. And then we get square root of 3. And then now we can multiply these two numbers together. We get 24 times the square root of 3. Any questions? All right. We're going to use either way. You can notice that square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is 5 and just multiply 12 times 5. Or you can do 12 times the square root of 25 and see that the square root of 25 is 5. All right, let's go ahead and do the next. And this one, if there is no number in front of that radical, or if it does not have a coefficient, there's an understood 1 there. All right, so if you got 4 times the square root of 6, you are correct. We did 4 times 1 is 4, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So 4 square root of 6. We look inside our radical, make sure that it's simplified. There's no number that can, there's no perfect square that is divisible, that divides 6. So this is my simplified number.